Hey guys, this is the Clear English Corner, and I'm Keenyn, your personal American English pronunciation coach. Today, we're talking about the ng sound, most often represented by the letters N and G at the end of a word in words like thing, long, and speaking. You'll also hear this sound when N comes before a K in words like think, bank, and drink. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how specifically this sound is made, and we're going to talk about two common errors that non-native speakers make with this sound and how to fix those. If you're new to the Clear English Corner, we're talking here about all things American English pronunciation. So if this is an area where you'd like to improve, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll receive notifications anytime a new lesson is published. Okay, so the ng sound. How exactly is this sound made? Ng is a voiced sound, meaning that the vocal cords are involved and vibrating, and you can feel that vibration here in your throat if you have your hand here as you make the sound. Ng, ng. Really important to consider for this sound, the placement of your tongue and the airflow. To make this sound, the back of the tongue is actually raising up towards the soft palate or the roof of the mouth. The front of the tongue is down behind the top front teeth. Mm. Mm. You can think of aiming the back of your tongue, kind of aiming it towards your ears as it pulls up and a little bit back. Mm. Mm. This blocks the airflow from coming through the mouth. You want the air to flow out through your nose. Ng is one of three nasal consonants in English. The other two are the n and m, or the n and m sounds. So to make this sound, the back of the tongue raises up towards the palate, the roof of the mouth, aiming it towards your ears, and the air is flowing out through the nose. Now, there's two common errors that non-native speakers make with this sound. The first is adding a g, or k sound to the ng. So the word thing will sound like thing, or long might sound like long. What's happening here is that the back of the tongue is coming back down after pronouncing the ing sound. And the way to fix this is to think of just holding your tongue in place for this sound and don't let it drop back down. You want to hold the sound. So sing, the back of the tongue comes up, you're aiming it towards your ears, towards the soft palate, and you hold it there. Sing, don't let it drop back down. You don't want sing, you want sing. Thing, not thing, thing. Let's try a few words together. Try feeling, feeling. How are you feeling? Hold that sound. Don't let the tongue drop back down. All right, try long, long, long time. It's been a long time. Not a long time, it's been a long time. Evening, evening, good evening. Okay, so just remember that you want to hold the back of the tongue in the upward position and don't let it drop back down for that g or k sound following the ng at the end of a word. This can be a little confusing because when you see an N and G in the middle of a word, you do want to pronounce that g sound as it's part of the next syllable. Let me give you some examples. Language, language. I'm learning a new language. English, English. I'm working on my English. Single, single. Every single day. I'm learning a new language. I'm working on my English every single day. So when you see the N and G in the middle of a word, you want to pronounce that G as it's part of the next syllable. When the N and G are at the end of a word, you're always going to hold that ng sound and not drop down for a g. Ng. Ng. Another common error non-native speakers make with this sound is to say the n sound instead of the ng. These two sounds are similar because they're both voiced and they're both nasal sounds with the airflow coming through the nose. The difference is the placement of the tongue. For the n sound, the front or blade of the tongue is pressed behind the top front teeth against the alveolar ridge. N, n. This is really different from the back of the tongue raising up and the tongue tip being down for the ng sound. Ng. Let's try some minimal pairs to compare these sounds in words. Here we go. Thin, thing, thing, sun, sung, sun, sung. Good. When, wing, when, wing. Let's do a couple more. Ran, rang, ran, rang. Last one, ton, tongue, ton, tongue. Excellent practice. It might take a few repetitions of these pairs to really start distinguishing the difference between the n and the ng. And remember, you want to hold that sound with the back of the tongue up and don't let it drop down. All right, if you're feeling like you need some more practice with this sound, you know once again, I've got you covered. Click on the link here or in the video description for 100 common words with the ng sound. What do you think? Was this video helpful? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the lesson, please give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.